Hello and welcome back to the Everyday English Podcast. I'm your host, Anna, and I'm so happy you're joining me again today. This podcast is made for English learners, people just like you, who want to practice real English, improve their listening skills, and feel more confident speaking in daily life. In today's episode, I'm going to share a beautiful and meaningful story called The Coffee Shop Lesson. This story will not only entertain you, but it will also help you learn new words, useful expressions, and natural pronunciation. And most importantly, it will teach you something about confidence and communication in English. So sit back, relax, and imagine you're part of the story. Let's begin. It was a bright Monday morning. The sun was shining, the air was cool, and the city was waking up slowly. Cars were passing by, people were walking to work, and the smell of coffee filled the air. Emma stood outside her apartment building, holding her phone and taking a deep breath. She had just moved to this new city to start a new job. Everything felt exciting, but also a little scary. The buildings were tall, the streets were full of energy, and people seemed to be in a hurry everywhere she looked. English was not Emma's first language. She had studied it in school for many years, and she could read and write pretty well. But when it came to speaking, especially with native speakers, she often felt nervous. She worried about pronunciation, grammar, and making mistakes. That morning, before going to work, she decided to stop by a small cafe near her office. It was her first morning coffee in this new place, and she wanted to start her day right. The cafe was small but cozy. There were soft lights, the sound of milk frothing, and music playing quietly in the background. People were chatting, laughing, typing on laptops. It was busy but friendly. Emma looked around, took a deep breath, and stepped up to the counter. Behind the counter was a young barista with a cheerful smile.
Good morning. What can I get for you?
For a moment, Emma froze. Her mind went blank. She had practiced this situation many times, at home, in front of the mirror, even with YouTube videos. But suddenly, all the words disappeared.
Uh, I want one coffee, small?
Sure. Would you like milk or sugar with that?
Yes, milk. And one sugar, please.
Got it. That'll be $3.50. What's your name for the order?
Emma.
Great. Thank you, Emma. Your coffee will be ready in a minute.
As she waited, Emma could feel her cheeks getting warm. She was embarrassed. Her pronunciation wasn't perfect, and she had made small grammar mistakes. She thought, why did I say I want one coffee small? That sounds strange. I should have said, can I have a small coffee, please? She sighed. But then something unexpected happened. The barista looked at her and said kindly,
Your English is really good. Where are you from?
Oh, thank you. I'm from Brazil.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to visit Brazil. You speak very clearly. Don't worry, everyone makes mistakes when learning a new language. I'm learning Spanish right now, and it's hard.
Really, Spanish is difficult too.
Oh, yes, I always forget the verb endings. I mix up hablo and habla all the time. They both laughed. The nervousness Emma felt just minutes ago slowly disappeared. Here you go. One small coffee with milk and sugar. No problem. Hope you have a great first day.
Oh, how do you know it's my first day?
Just a guess. You looked a little nervous. I was the same when I started working here.
They laughed again. For a few minutes, they talked about the city. about how friendly people were, and about learning new languages. When Emma left the cafe, she felt something she hadn't felt in a long time: confidence, the small talk, the kindness of a stranger, and the simple act of speaking. All of it made her realize that communicating was not about being perfect, it was about being brave. That small conversation inspired Emma. From that day, she made a promise to herself. She would speak English every single day, no matter how small the conversation was. She started talking to her coworkers during lunch breaks. She asked simple questions like, "Where can I find the printer?" Or, "Do you know a good place for lunch around here?" At first, she still made mistakes, but she learned something new with every conversation. People were kind and patient. They didn't care if her grammar wasn't perfect, they cared about what she wanted to say. In the evenings, Emma practiced English while cooking dinner. She would listen to podcasts like this one, repeat the phrases she heard, and even talk to herself in English. She kept a small notebook where she wrote down new words like counter, where you order in a cafe, frothing, the sound of milk being mixed for coffee, blank, when your mind stops working for a moment. Every new word felt like a new step toward confidence. So, what can you learn from Emma's story? Learning English is like Emma's coffee shop experience. It's not about being perfect, it's about being brave. Every mistake is a step toward fluency. The most important thing is to keep talking, even when you feel nervous. Many English learners worry too much about grammar or pronunciation. But remember, communication is about connection, not perfection. When you speak with kindness and confidence, people understand you. Emma's experience shows that the best way to learn is by using English in real life. Practice with people, listen carefully, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Let's review some useful phrases that you can practice today. Good morning. What can I get for you? A polite way to ask what someone wants to order. Would you like milk or sugar with that? A question for offering options. Where are you from? A friendly question for small talk. Don't worry, everyone makes mistakes. A way to comfort someone. Here you go. A casual way to say, here's what you asked for. Have a great day. A nice way to end a short conversation. Try repeating these sentences after me. Pause between each one for listener repetition during recording. Good morning. What can I get for you? Would you like milk or sugar with that? Don't worry. Everyone makes mistakes. Where are you from? Have a great day. Excellent. You're doing great. Practice tip. Here's your practice challenge for today. Next time you go to a cafe, a shop, or a restaurant, try ordering in English. Even if you make small mistakes, smile and speak with confidence. You'll be surprised how kind people can be. Remember, just like Emma, every time you speak, you grow stronger and more fluent. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, The Coffee Shop Lesson. I hope Emma's story inspires you to be brave, to speak up, and to believe in yourself. Learning English is a journey full of little steps, little mistakes, and little victories. And every word you speak brings you closer to confidence. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow the Everyday English podcast and share it with your friends who are also learning English. Practice a little every day. Listen, speak, and repeat. Remember, you don't need perfect grammar to speak English. You just need the courage to try. Each time you speak, you learn something new. Until next time, keep practicing. Keep smiling and keep believing in yourself. You're doing amazing.